Hey guys, what's going on? It's Tommy D and Zayd Slater here.
What's up?
Yeah, what's good? And we're going to talk about a subject we've been talking about for a while now, and it's basically about the future of not home cinema, but theaters, the magics of theaters. And for the longest time, movies, even before you could go out and buy a movie, there was a time, I know where, like, this was before me, where you couldn't buy a movie. There was no, I mean, you could buy film prints, but no one did that.
Yeah.
So it was before VHS, really. You had to go to a movie to see a movie.
See, this is like a history book to me because this is before my time too.
Exactly.
I didn't know there was a time before film.
Well, not before film, but before
before you could
home
buy it.
purchases. Yeah.
Before mass distribution.
And even
of
when it
film.
first came out, it was expensive. So like it didn't even get prominent, common until like the 80s.
What did it cost?
I don't know. I ain't that good. But so even when we could buy that stuff, we still went. Like, to see a new movie, you had to go to a theater, and then it got released on video like 9 months later.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're used to. And then COVID happened, and technology. So, like, technology went up, so our accessibility to getting media has changed. So, like, how do you, if you watch a movie, how are you going to watch it?
Probably Netflix.
Yeah, you're just going to go online and stream it. And if you can't find it on Netflix, you'll just take one of my things and watch it on there. Or Google where to watch it. I do that. Like, I'll Google a movie. Like, even me, Mr. Physical Media, I will Google it and see where I can stream it before anything.
Yeah. It's just easier that
now
way.
that I have internet.
You don't got to go find where you put it. You just pull it up,
Yeah.
hit click.
So, you don't even have to get up. So, with COVID, everything closed. I think theaters were one of the first.
And how long did that last for, that they stayed closed?
At least a year, which is depressing.
Yeah.
Like, we were so depressed about it that I made a theater here in the barn and outside.
Oh, yeah, when we watch movies outside.
And
those were good
that was a
times.
lot of our reviews. Those were good times.
Didn't we do one outside? Like, we did the review
Yeah, we
out
did
there,
two
too?
of them. We did Candyman and, or not Candyman. We did
We
yeah,
did do Candyman.
and
Blair Witch?
Malignant.
Malignant, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Catch those.
Those are
But,
good. Those are good. So some good
So
came
everything,
without theaters.
yeah.
But-
Everything went straight to streaming because no theaters were open. So a lot of people make their profit from, like, actors get an amount of revenue based on how it does at the box office. And if they release it to just straight to streaming, there is no box office.
Yeah.
There's no revenue there. They just get the revenue from, I don't necessarily know how it works, but they just get the revenue based on how many new subs sub to that platform, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Me neither. Ad revenue. There's like if you're shitty and have ads like Hulu, they get ad revenue, and like YouTube, but
I don't know how, like, they figure out the percentages. I wish I knew all the numbers on the back end. That'd be a cool thing
that
to
would
find
be a
out.
cool thing to know.
Like, do they give? I'm sure a huge group like Disney just like, hey, they probably have contracts where it's. I don't even know, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't even begin to.
It's such a new medium that
It hurts my brain to try to think of
it's
how
such
their
a new
payment
medium.
structures
Literally,
work.
I know how it works for theaters. Like you make money, the box office generates revenue, and that's how much the film makes, a percentage of that. But with streaming, the only way they make money is subs, right? And
I
ad
know of,
revenue.
yeah.
So, like, if you get new subs and like, that's the only monetary gain you would get. But they do have a statistic of how many people watch it, because I remember seeing those statistics. Because movies were still making money. It was just only the producers were making it, or the distributors. Not even the producers, the distributors. So, like, if Disney distributes a movie and another company makes it,
They were making money, but the other company was struggling.
Yeah. So, COVID's over. Theaters are back, thank God. but they're not doing well. It doesn't look like Regal filed for. This is like news to you probably. Regal filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
I don't necessarily know what that means, but it is news.
It's
to me.
like a version of. It's like the Donald Trump chapter of bankruptcy where you don't go flat out. It's not Chapter 4 where you flat out go bankrupt, but you do it to pay off debts. Like the government will subsidize your debts.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like you do it to erase debt. Like Trump's done it like twice.
Yeah.
So but they're not doing as well as they were before, even though they kind of stopped the whole streaming thing.
What do you think they have to do to start doing better? Bring it back? Because I feel like people are now conditioned to sit at home.
Yeah, yeah. Like,
so you have to do
everyone
something.
probably thought, like even me, I was like, this is a good idea because like sometimes I don't want to go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people don't want to fucking go anywhere, and they just want to do it at home.
But now that we've gone through it, and now that the norm is to sit at home, I feel like if I'm the movie company, my goals. You got to acknowledge that, like you said, it's no longer people have to go to the theaters to see it. We can sit down and do it. So now
I can have the squad over. We can start a fire and watch it outside
So
in the theater.
now I think it needs to be an experience to get you to go to the theater.
Yeah, not something you just do at the mall.
Well, it kind of could just be something you do at the mall, but something that is so compelling, it's what makes you go to the mall in the first place. There's gotta be some stuff there to do.
Like, have you been to the Alamo Draft House?
I don't know.
It's
I go
in
with you? If
Winchester.
not, then no.
I don't think you've been there with me. It's like it's a theater in Winchester, Virginia, and it's like it's a restaurant too.
That's kind of cool.
It's really sick, and it's kind of like a hipster. They play old stuff
Mm.
too. I don't think theaters play enough old shit.
I think the direction I would go if I was doing it, maybe not a restaurant. I guess I could be in there, but I feel like it would be a bar. I feel like
more theaters need to implement alcohol.
I was
'cause
thinking
it's fun.
about it though. If they do implement alcohol, I think that the sectioning of the films, I don't know if it's already done this or not, but like you know how there's 1 through 8 on one side and 9 through 16 on the other.
Yeah.
I think the side with the bar should be all the rated R movies.
That is a good idea.
Yeah, that way if
Holy shit.
if people start drinking too much and being weird drunks, they're nowhere near where people
That's
are
a
going to
good
have their kids watching a film.
idea. You think kids usually watch movies at like 3 p.m.? You think there's just some dude drinking at 3 p.m. at a
If it's there, probably.
Right, yeah,
and if
probably.
the prices are good, but they
because
won't be.
the one we haven't gone to the one theater in a while.
The one in Frederick?
Yeah, but they made one in Leitersburg.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a local theater around our area.
They don't
and
have
they
the
have a
unlimited,
full-on
though.
bars. Yeah,
Which
so
is another thing that I think is probably
that's
essential
another
now.
talking point.
Movie
Tickets are fucking expensive,
Yeah,
dog.
Regal Unlimited, $19 or $20 now or something.
It's It was $18.99. Now it's $19.99.
but a ticket's $14.
Yeah,
If you're gonna see 2 movies a month,
dude, I think they're 15 now, like $14.78 for a ticket. DVDs when they. I don't know if you guys some of you still use DVDs, and if you do, I'm sorry, but DVDs when they come out are 20 or 15 to 20. So like you could have owned that movie if you
Watch
waited
as
like
many
6
times you
months
want.
later. You would have owned it, or wait for it to come out on Netflix. So people don't have the incentive to go to the theater anymore, which sucks.
That's
because
where
that's my thing. I fucking love it.
That's where I think that a bar would help and like not just having alcohol there, like you wouldn't want to sell it at the front desk or something. I think there has to be a separate area that's a bar that's preferably a tiny bit away from the theaters, but that people, because then when a film ends, right, if everybody that just watched that film goes and a couple of them are grabbing a drink, you sit down and you talk to the people that just watched the movie about the movie, and that I feel like is going to lead you to think, wow, that was a really fun time. I want to come back. Kind of when people think, oh, I want to go to the bar. I want to go meet new people. I want to talk to them. Except this, you watch something, then you're at the bar, and you have a common talking point
about
already.
the movie. That's a good idea, too.
Then I feel
that's
like
really cool.
That would engage people in conversations, and then they would, if they have positive experiences from the conversations, they're going to relate that back to the venue. And it's going to be like, damn, I want to go to Regal again.
Yeah, exactly.
And all you did was facilitate conversation between people, and now you got somebody coming back.
Exactly.
And then if they're that's where I wish I understand the economics of it, because I don't know what on the back end, like how much they lose or how much the theater makes off the films, on how much
they don't make much.
And
I know they don't make much because I had a friend that worked there, and they said most of their revenue is on concessions.
Well, then how about the companies that are hosting the movies or that put out the movies? How do they get paid if I have Regal Unlimited?
I looked it up. So I don't know off the top, but I did look it up one time, and it made sense when I looked it up. But right now, I have no idea. But I feel like a subscription-based service would get people in the theater because honestly, I wouldn't go. I don't think.
Once in a blue moon, not like
we wouldn't review this many new films. I think because we're not a big channel. We don't get invites to because a lot of big channels they get invited to world premieres and shit.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be dope to watch it with the director.
Yeah.
But we ain't doing that. We'd have to pay every single time. But now that we have Regal Unlimited, we just go. Like we're gonna go see Avatar in a little bit. But that's like if you see that in 3D, it's like $18.
Yeah, you could just get unlimited for that month.
Exactly.
For the next 29 days, go see whatever you want to see.
So
if they set that up though, and then they're selling alcohol's already known to be something that you can sell overpriced and people will buy it. I think it's got to be a reasonable amount that people can get 2 or 3 because a movie's a long time.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not gonna have one beer, I probably want to have.
Yeah, they have
4
servers in Alamo Draft House. They'll have servers, so you don't have to get up and go to the bar every time.
That would be kind of cool. Or if on your app you could ping what you want.
Yeah,
just put in your mobile order on the app. Although then that incentivizes phone use in the theater.
Yeah, so
optimal.
Like the theater will, the server. We'll have to go sometime. The tickets are only $10. It's actually cheap there.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's like $5 less. So they'll go. And they'll give you a menu, and you'll write down what you want and just hand it to them, and they just go do it.
That's kind of sick.
It is sick. It's a cool environment.
Can you write on it too, like, hey, bring me this half hour into the film?
Maybe.
That would be sick if you could schedule your drinks. It's like I know I could put down 1 beer every half hour watching a movie. Just send.
Oh yeah, you could do that.
That would be
cool. You could do that probably.
But I think it should take some
if
sort of approach
to tip,
to that.
They're gonna make you. They're gonna do it.
But then, so if they were to separate it, like I was thinking too, with like the bar on like the rated R side, there should be some sort of thing to incentivize children and families to engage with on the other side.
Like
that's where
that's true.
My first thought was maybe an arcade, but
those don't do well.
Yeah,
they're kind of niche now.
What about a good arcade? Like
that'd be expensive.
And not even. I think that you know how they have the displays with the Switch at Walmart.
Yeah.
Why don't people do like that? Why don't you put actual consoles in and have an arcade of actual consoles? People put a $1 in and they play COD for 10 minutes, you know?
For money?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because
I'm sure places do that.
Arcades are all old-fashioned games. It's like, it's probably cheaper to buy a console than it is to buy all the arcade machines. Why not just have some sort of way to monetize that?
Yeah.
Or so
have like a game room like this and like just pay, like charge people to play.
Yeah, or maybe what else could they do for kids? Maybe like the jungle gyms that McDonald's and stuff used to have, or still do at some locations. I'm just trying to think of anything that could bring children in and engage in families, because then that could become like a weekly thing people do with their kids. You just keep getting them coming in.
I think theaters already because I don't think family films aren't doing that bad. Because I think families still like doing that because people like doing stuff with their kids. They just don't know what to do. So like they go to the movies,
So you think
I see a lot of families at the theaters.
So it wouldn't actually be as important to figure out what to do to incentivize families? You think they already
probably
have
like
incentive?
people like us, like people from 14 to 30.
Yeah, which I think that's where it's the bar, because that group of people, that's what they're doing. There's nowhere to go, so they go hang out at the bar.
Exactly.
Not 14, but
I mean, hey,
21 and up there.
Yeah,
just going to bars because there's nothing to do anywhere. What if you have the bar in a film?
The one in Frederick, they had a Maryland Day where they brought the director. The director came to the theater and they did a screening of Blair Witch Project.
That's kind of sick.
And they were in the bar area eating. And I thought people were going to lie because, like, this guy is, like, say what you want about the film, but this guy is not just a legend here. He's, like, renowned in the horror community. Like, he's Blair Witch Project was one of those films that people are always going to remember. So, like, and he's just chilling, eating, like, some bar food, having a beer, and there's no line. People are just, I was like, do I have to like wait in line or get a ticket to like
Dog.
have you sign my VHS? He's like, no, people were just coming up and talking to us. So I literally, during the screening of the film, because I've seen this movie 1,000 times, I sat down and just chill with him.
That's kind of
And
sick.
we were just chilling,
Yeah.
talking about movies, and then I left, went back, and enjoyed the film.
That kind of made me think. If they were to start doing that, if theaters were to incentivize people to come by having stars come, if it's somewhere like Regal that has an unlimited, they could gate that celebrity to unlimited members only, and that could be a way to incentivize people becoming members.
Yeah.
Also, they should do family plans for sure. If you're gonna do a
Yeah.
subscription service, you should for sure do family plans or like couples plans at least.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be very, very good.
Any way where we would not have to pay in full for 2 memberships.
Yeah.
Because it does kind of suck. But it's still worth it, though. But Sarah doesn't go as much.
Maybe for you in particular,
Like,
it wouldn't
for
be as
me,
good. But
I love it. I'm always in the theater. Like, I'm always going to... Do you think theaters are going to die eventually?
they could if they don't adapt, but if
Do
they
you-
watch this video, they'll be fine.
The-
They hire
yeah,
me,
yeah.
they send me in.
I honestly, I don't think they'll ever die completely. The idea of having a movie come to strictly theaters will die. I think will die.
I think everything dies eventually.
But I think there'll still be like one theater per town for that niche of people that enjoy going to the theater.
You think there's going to be enough people
Eventually.
per town that'll keep one theater
Not
running?
every town. Like kind of like a Walmart. Like towns that have a Walmart.
That's every town.
Nah. Greencastle doesn't have a Walmart.
Yeah, they do.
Nah.
Pretty sure they do. I'm pretty
Nope.
sure. Or it's close.
It's Waynesboro. That's like 30 minutes
Nah.
away. 15, 20.
Oh.
I'm just saying, like, not like towns with like more than like 10,000 people
Mm.
have a theater. Like cities and like small cities.
Were there any changes you think that they need to make?
Theaters?
Yeah.
Honestly, they're doomed, dude. No, I'm kidding. It's just the technology, man. It's like subscription services, everyone should offer them, even local places, because the reason why I don't go to the local place is because Regal has a fucking subscription service.
Yeah.
If the local place did that, I'd probably prefer there, even though it's kind of out there.
I don't know.
lighter
They'd have
for-
to do it for me to even see how I felt.
Yeah, because
Then
they
I-
have a bar. Because Regal has a place where the bar should be, but it ain't up yet.
That'll be there one day.
I hope. I'm trying to drink Captain and Coke.
Well, do you have any closing thoughts on the
Not
subject?
really. No.
Well, let us know what you guys think.
Yeah, what's the future of
Yep.
theaters, guys?
What ideas do you think they'd need to implement in order to stay
To-
successful?
yep. They need to stay or get successful. They're not doing so.
Well, toodaloo.